Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we want to talk about this 1 week in the month where everyone is complaining about those mismatches in the Clan War League. And well, first off, there's a small fact. There is no matchmaking in the Clan War League. Some people think it's good, some people think it's bad. At the end of the day, it is the case that there is no matchmaking. There are just going to be 8 random clans from this specific league where you're in, and this is just like they're getting matched up against each other. That's it. And today we want to take a look at a couple of cases where you have the chance of, well, maybe learning some strategies and how you can handle those mismatches, what you should do if you're in one of those situations, and all about this in this specific video. First off, obviously a huge thank you to Black Boosters for allowing me joining their clan and taking a look at a couple of their attacks, especially Timo, who invited me to check out a couple of his attacks and learning maybe a couple of things. So let's take a look at their group. Let's take a look at what they're facing. First off, they are in Champion League 3. Where typically are a lot of Town Hall 14s in there, but Timo is a Town Hall 13. So it's not the biggest mismatch, but at the same time it's a good example of what you should do, what are like the power strategies you can go for, and so on. If there are any out there who are like maybe a Town Hall 10 or a Town Hall 11 who is attacking, or who are attacking a lot of maybe Town Hall 13s or 14s even, let me know that on Discord. I would be happy to join you guys and maybe share a couple of your attacks. Either way, now let's get into the first couple of examples of Timo. What strategies is he using? Like, how is he approaching those bases? What are the go-to tips and so on? This right now obviously is a pretty even match. There's only one Town Hall 13 overall, but we want to talk about those hit-ups and how you deal with those and what type of strategies you should go for. For a Town Hall 13 and maybe Town Hall 12, for example, as well, and so on. And out of the Town Hall levels, which can actually use a Blizzard, which is a blimp filled with super wizards combined with invisibility spells, go for it. It's one of the strongest things you can use to make quick work of any base. Because typically, most of those bases, and remember, this is Champion 3, right? Like, this is Champion 3. This is not like Master whatsoever. This is Champion 3. So even here, the bases are pretty crap. Like, just the layout itself. Obviously, he's not a max out Town Hall 14 either on defense. But hey, typically you do not have to take the number 1. So what he is doing right here, first off, he is going with air, and he is going in with the Blizzard as well. This Blizzard is meant to go for the Town Hall, because a lot of people are stacking a lot of buildings surrounding that Town Hall, which is making things quite easy for you guys as an attacker to take this out with the Super Wizard Blimp. Obviously, we're going to talk about different variations out there as well, which you can use to take down those bases, because obviously not everyone has access to those super wizards in the clan. Maybe you are your highest Town Hall level and you don't have access to those super wizards just yet. But first off, let's talk about a couple of those examples with the super wizard, because it's for sure the strongest options. There are a couple of others as well, but it's the strongest by far in my opinion, because just the power, or just the possibility of taking all of this out with only one blimp and a couple of spells is already a huge support towards your army composition and getting those good percentages as well. Like, it's not always that you're meant to 3-star a base which is 1 town level above you, or maybe even 2. It's all about securing the 2nd star, and this blimp is one of the key things and one of the game changers for you to make that work. At this point, it's only cleanup work, right? Like, it's all about cleaning things up. It's all about getting as many percentages as possible. With having a back-end clan castle, back-end royal champion, back-end king whatsoever, it's not going to be an easy thing to get those 3-stars in. But at the same time, it's okay. I mean, you're not meant to 3-star. No one is expecting a 3-star from you when you're attacking a Town Hall level or even a couple of town levels above. Either way, this was a really good first example, but now let's go for the next one. On this one, he's using nearly the same army composition again. And as I said, don't worry, we're going to take a look at other army compositions as well. But first off, let's take a second look at this one. Yet again, if you have the option of going for this blimp, take a look at where a sweet spot might be, where you can use your blimp and get a lot of value as well. And you can see it already, in between of the Town Hall and the Eagle. Oh my goodness, there is so much value right there. Taking down the Town Hall, taking down the Eagle, maybe even a couple of scatters. There are so many things your super wizards could reach. So let's take a look at if you can somehow make this work. The first and most important thing, obviously, is to take down the Town Hall. This is why he's letting the blimp fly pretty far and getting in the close range towards the town hall. And at this point, it looks already pretty good. The dragons and everything split up just a little bit, but that's totally fine, to be honest, because, well, clan castle is dead, and that's typically your biggest threat at some point towards your troops and obviously towards your heroes. The super wizards are still going strong. They took down the majority of this base, and at this point, it's all about your king, your queen, and at this point, you notice why it's so important to upgrade your heroes. This is actually second topic which I want to touch on, is upgrading your village, and maybe sometimes even rushing, because I think it's not as bad as a lot of people are saying if you're rushing, but you have to do it with some sort of a plan, because I think at the end of the day, you're playing the game, you have to enjoy the game. And if you're like just sitting there and saying, oh my lord, like all the YouTubers saying we should max out our village, we should not rush, like, and I'm sitting over here maxing my last wall, like, and it takes a ton of hours. Why am I even doing this? I will quit Clash of Clans. That's not the purpose of this, right? Like, this is making no sense whatsoever, because like you should enjoy the game. That's why you're playing a game, to enjoy your time doing it. So whenever you're upgrading your village, obviously you should not super rush it, because at some point you won't enjoy it. But at the same time, you do not have to fully max out your base. Obviously, maxing out your offense will have the most joy you can still have, because you have the max power and offense, and that's typically what you do, right? Like, you're doing things on offense, you're using your army compositions, and you're attacking in the game. Having a weaker defense is not the end of the day, because at the same time, you can make this still like work with your good offense. So this is something I want to give you on your way. Always keep in mind that you have to play the game in your own way. At the same time, don't super rush, okay? Like, don't go on Town Hall 13 with level 1 heroes. You should not do that. At the same time, play it in your own style. That's super important. But now let's take a look at a different option where your heroes are actually super important. If you're one of those guys who actually max out your defense and max out your heroes, you have a really good shot at queen charges. Queen charges typically always work because you can combine it with a lot of things. For Town Hall 13, for example, now the Dragon Rider army composition is a really good tool to do those hit-ups, because they're still quite strong, even only on level 2. For other town levels, for example, for Town Hall 12, 11, or even 10, hybrid might be a good chance for you, like might be a good option for you to actually take down the higher up town levels. The heal spells are pretty nice, because those heal spells are going to keep your troops alive even versus a lot of damage, which is typically resulting in at least 2 stars, which the majority of the time should be your goal, right? Like, this is what you're going for. You're doing a hit up, no one is expecting you to like, get a 3-star. Obviously, if you want to like push the limits for your own overall, you can still go for the 3-star, it's obviously possible. But that's the majority of the time only possible if you did a good job of farming your heroes. And this is what Timo did, or actually he's using the power potion as well to get his heroes to the max level. This is the next thing which I can give you as a tip. If you have some sort, like maybe the gold pass or something, all of the potions which you're getting in, like power potions, hero potions for example, try to save those for the Clan War League, where most likely the mismatches are the biggest and most often time happening. Either way, this right now is looking really good. He's coming in with the Dragon Riders, and this is pretty much the same exact army composition which a lot of people are using on Town Hall 14. It's only on Town Hall 13. Like, it's the same army composition whatsoever. So it's a really similar thing. And it's the same way around, really strong. On Town Hall 13, you can use Queen Charge Dragon Rider without any problems. And as you can see, you can even threaten those Town Hall 14s really easily as well. This right now is looking really incredible good. We have 30 seconds left with like a invisibility spell left and whatsoever. So a lot of things are still left in his power tool whatsoever. So yeah, that's looking really good. At the end of the day, one thing which I want to give you on your way as a clasher, if you want to say it like this, is you have to enjoy the game. You don't have to play the game like others are telling you to do so. It's just all about you enjoying the game, enjoying your time spending with the game, and hopefully with all of those tips and maybe tricks, you can enjoy the game a little bit more if you have some mismatches in this Clan War League. That's pretty much with the video. If there, as I said, if there are any Town Hall 10 or Town 11 out there who are willing to like let me know on Discord and let me record their attacks for some hit ups, or maybe even, I don't know, I guess hit ups would be the best just let me know. I'm more than happy to record those. The majority of the time I get DMs from people who are town level 13, which is totally fine as well to me. Like, I enjoy sharing those and hopefully giving a lot of people out there some options with like the Blizzard, with like Queen charges, and options to do those hit ups. But if there are any town or 10 whatsoever out there, let me know. I'm more than happy to share those. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.